Okay, we are back to the vlog. That was a great trip in Canada. We have lots of things to cover. We will do them after I drink this decaf coffee. Damn it. Okay. Okay, back from Canada. Wyatt, Bill, Jesse, everybody else that I saw. Very lovely seeing you. Fantastic time. I didn't film any of it because I was just like, man, you know what? I don't want to film it. But I'm back and I'm filming. And I've got a couple of unboxings I want to do. Oh man, I am very excited about this. I've not been excited about this particular franchise since like 1992, maybe? Whenever Sonic 2 came out. But, as this box says, 2D Sonic is back. I did not own a Sega Genesis growing up. But my neighbor, she had Sonic, and I would go over there and play, and Sonic has always been like one of my favorite series for the music. Green Hill Zone is like one of my favorite songs of all time. Now let's open this up. How does this work? Okay, oh mama. This is quite the extravagant experience here. Wow, that smells really strong. Jeez. Wow, very cool. Okay, and there's like a ring here. Oh, that's great. And then there's a card. I have no idea what this card is supposed to be for. And then game download, obviously. Wow, that's so cool, dude. The Genesis. Wow. Really love traveling, but lately, more than anything else, what I've been wanting to do is just stick to my routine. Having a routine every day feels so good, man. Get up in the morning, edit the vlog, eat breakfast, go for my afternoon run, eat lunch, do whatever work I gotta do, play video games at night, go to bed before midnight. It's a good day. It's a good day. Okay, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't at least address the current events of the United States right now. First of all, I used to be hesitant about saying this, but he's done enough and said enough at this point that I feel no hesitation whatsoever to say that the President of the United States is a bad person. He's a mean person. I don't know what happened to him in his life that made him the way he is, but I hope he gets help and I hope he doesn't destroy the country in the process. Not to mention the world. Okay, second, white supremacy or supremacy of any race for that matter, or inferiority of any race for that matter. Maybe I have a good viewpoint that not a lot of people get to have because I'm mixed between Chinese and Caucasian. And because of my mixed heritage, I don't identify as Chinese or Caucasian. I identify as basically raceless until somebody actually brings it up and says, oh yeah, you look Asian, or oh yeah, you look white. And that's a fortunate viewpoint for me to have because your race matters literally zero. Your culture has an effect on how you behave, but your race itself, who cares? And to all those people who think that they're superior because of their race, you need to get a life and go find something to do with your life, because I guarantee you that anybody who doesn't have that thought, no matter what race they're from, they are superior to you. That's it for current event updates with Robby. And now it is time for two of my favorite things, Chipotle and Casey Neistat. You know, one problem I run into a lot, which was probably no surprise to anyone, is that I never have enough plugs. Anyways, I've been playing a ton of Final Fantasy VIII recently. Did I mention that already? It's like the black sheep of the Final Fantasy family. But recently, man, I've just been having like this newfound appreciation for the game. And I don't remember if I thanked you, Raven Rook, for the copy. But thank you for the copy of Final Fantasy VIII. But actually, while I was in Canada, I got a black label copy. I paid like 16 bucks for a black label. I don't know if that's a great price, but that's probably approximate with eBay. Let's talk about this guy. Okay, so this is the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. A lot of you will know that I have been using this microphone right here. It's the Rode VideoMic Pro. It's a fantastic mic. I love the way it sounds. It's not too big. It uses 9-volt batteries, which after years, I finally bought a rechargeable one, but I've gone through like a million of these and I feel really bad about it. The new version, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, uses a rechargeable battery. It opens up on the front right here, much nicer than the other one did. And it just closes like this. Oh, that's fantastic. The old one had this awful way of opening where you had to slide that up like that, put it in like this, and then you had to like hook it under here and push down. It was bad. But even better about this is that it has an automatic on and off. So it uses the signal from the camera that when I plug it in, it'll automatically turn on when the camera turns on. And when I turn the camera off, it'll automatically turn off. And if you've been watching this vlog for any amount of time, you know that I forget to turn this one on all the time. So needless to say, when they announced this one, I was very excited. I upgraded immediately. It just came out. Now, I really like it so far. I don't know about the sound quality. I'm sure it's just as good, but look how much bigger it is. Look at this thing. This is like a grenade or something. Is it heavier? This one with the battery is 6.5 ounces. This one with the battery is 5 ounces. Now, before I got this thing, I didn't even think about the fact that it might be bigger or heavier. Honestly, I really don't like that it's bigger or heavier because this thing was already big and heavy enough. But man, being able to have it so that it automatically turns on, that is really huge. Okay, well, I guess the only answer is I'm gonna have to use it for a while and figure out what I wanna do with it. But before I do any of that, this is actually broken. When I dropped my camera the other day, I bent the plug and now it only comes out of one. Anyways, the point is I'm gonna have to send it into Rode and see if they can help me out. A very good warranty. We shall see. Okay, well the mail's already here, so I'll ship this tomorrow. But it's funny, man, like I actually have to do a review for this sleeping bag, but I just can't get around to doing it because I don't feel like I have enough experience with it yet. I've done one review that I feel really good about, and that was the review that I did for my 2 cameras. We've done other reviews for like the Adventure Archives channel. Actually, now that I think about it, I can only think of one that we did, which is the backpack review. And that was fine, like we did a good job on the review, but I feel like we barely used the backpack, so we weren't qualified at all to actually make the review, which I don't even know why I'm worrying about it because I don't think that stops most people from making reviews. And have you thought about how much influence reviews have on your buying habits? Think about how many times you've gone to Amazon and been like, oh, that review's good, I'll go ahead and get it. That one person has so much power over whether that thing sells or not. And what's kind of crazy about the Amazon reviews is that we don't even know who's reviewing it. Like at least on YouTube, you can start to get a sense of the reviewer's tastes, but on Amazon, it's just a random person. It's funny though, because that camera review, I found out that people are still fanboys and fangirls because people were actually defending Sony just because they were Sony. And basically, for those of you who didn't watch the review, what I said was that both cameras are fantastic, but the Sony camera has like these design oversights that are just baffling and so annoying. And it's funny too, because at the end of the video, I said I'd still get the Sony if I could only get one. But there were so many Sony fanboys who came out and were like complaining that I was being biased towards the GH5, which for one thing, bias means that I have an agenda. I have no agenda here. Like, I would like for both of the cameras to be excellent. And actually, Sonic, you could not have shown up at a better time because the last time I was a fanboy about anything was when I was a kid and I was a Nintendo fanboy, which is why I never owned a Genesis in the first place. And to further illustrate the point, the first non-Nintendo console I bought was the PlayStation 1, and it was because of this guy right here. Now, as a kid, I totally get identifying with a company. You're trying to find your identity, you're trying to find out how you relate to the world. You're putting your own self into that company, and you're saying, I like Nintendo because I'm this type of person. But growing up and not growing out of that phase is baffling to me. That you would put your identity in a company who just wants your money and doesn't care who you are, that is a bad idea. When it comes to pretty much anything that I buy nowadays, it's always because they have a good track record, so I like their customer service. Just like even more simple than that, what they're making is good. I don't care who makes it, if it's cheap, if it's good, if they got good customer service, there's all sorts of reasons. And I'll gravitate towards certain brands because I know they have a track record of being good. But to be like, yo, Sony is great and I'm not gonna point out all the terrible aspects of their camera, no. Anyways, that's food for thought. I don't know what happened to my room here, but I've made it a complete mess. I'm going to rectify that situation right now. You know what the tricky thing is that sometimes you eat food and you know it's enough, but it doesn't actually feel like it's enough. Especially like if it's real food that you ate and it wasn't like this incredibly delicious processed food. Your brain's almost like, I know that you're holding out on me, why aren't you giving me the good stuff? Lately I've been feeling like my Himalayan milkshakes hadn't been turning out that well. That's perfect. Alrighty, that's it for today's vlog. Thank you very much for watching. I'd like to say that I'll be back tomorrow. I probably will, but another busy weekend. Anyways, have a good day. See you tomorrow. Lately I've been feeling like my Nepalese twisters and Lately I've been feeling like my Himalayan